men and women of the CIA are the eyes and ears
Video
of the
of
free
unidentified flying objects,
I was
recorded by the
given
U.S. military.
a glass of Kool-Aid.
Here is a bulletin from CBS News. In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Tony DeCopel in New York, and we are coming on your air at this early hour with breaking news. A catastrophic bridge collapse in Baltimore, and the Maryland governor has just declared a state of emergency.
Reported photography of unidentified flying objects. Document type: FOIA. Keywords: UFO Special Collection. Collection. FOIA Collection. Document number /ESDN 000-551-6048. Release decision: RIFPUB. Original classification: U. Document page count: 2. Document creation date: June 24, 2015. Document release date: January 31, 2011. Sequence number: Case number F 2010-00651. Publication date: October 1, 1958. File. Attachment size: PDF icon doc 00055160048.pdf 126.96 KB. Body: C000154414. I3ER 1958 33LORAND 1T14. S1, 2T has come to S8 plus stentio thought fought, E6 LT, TI.J. W. Is .v.wis, :T LTT, .I, 311 Abib, PX Permun AGXO. Emulsines I plus Li 3E. He has bees exposing through a telescope setup is big baxist here in Zashington. Dosing the course of his photographic experiments is the last 3 months he missost, it is reported to me. To photograph OA a number OC equals anions geometry eel, Y-shaped flying OB sets as they pod between his telescope and the moon. I have not seen these photographs and have had no basiness set to 3 OK for same, but I have HSD them reported G to me as a result O. Our investigation of Alphosific Prusa VE Sepe Evil Y delivers a VEEGC of resolution. E-sidetial to the exanatio of some SA high research 2. B3. Aversum, Tyraves, EOESO. As ON reported phenomenon. WHII8B of interest to Glento the Iatal IG's comosity generously. At his home, one of my me S. AR3. TB had photographed different groups at GEV rolled it urent T.mes during the past 3 AOAths. Ports to me that the photogiraphs of these OB sots 6. C1E agud certainly sedicate the phenomenon for which vets re 3YYTHRT he found so he ha 3 no ready explanation ESID for which an ST particularly in IT errant amounts, LB, IDS, Y era, Kona, TG3 to get involved with of then. Is no IATER as IAA these Zeperid Satrials, an IOU1 deethest fos wellcoat your coke as one gad suggestion as to HOVVEMSSTTT get our hands on these materials too. Exmin them firsthand. And to MSTC amos CA iplet solicis at them. G is exceedig YKG in his asterisk, plus, T.oi these materials ist would not permit anyone to borm WAU of these materts.s. He explained that he was currently out of work and that B had had a couple of Recent controls with the 111R Technical 2 Adeligini Center at Deuton. A contact with TAR force equals, reals, T, st9s.ss.o contracts which are isated at the presort tile. I passers to teed that HF has. Sumsel FDA of the existiao. Nadidadida 8 objects is his Albato 3R pay E4 DYSA where he would consider desaviriog them to AOAO body eat, are a price fat, una EISDI. Plus copy of this P-T plus OA3D bring him up to data oi. This sub eat case woo 3DL ta 1 CR it up unilateral T with him. 3H. YBR, Bail Drobed. It is allo repo T. A tact with, ET up through, dash equals, T, T33.AA there array is so I at permission ear.vsll.1 INIR2LW. Yao ax also you add is 6 tiv a yaire that the South Committee I'm feel agashiog dater spox and space phenomios has re-eat wideen addy siog etc. 2. To the P obli of the 90 Tlchariad OB3X. And has been seal ring to Raviev. The Evadia Ater Sertsi Eadis representatives to eater Eli what Tialidite this Kaupt might have. E cordits to the best into origitio T have at the pre-eat mumiat, after Swasil Hiri NAC on Chob ECT this co-adidi had ospanded its Landstagetio, BR Eve. Al months atter which time it intends to reopi 3 bez.
C0001544142. B3. Memorandum for Subject B6 G and B. October 1958. Reported photography of unidentified flying objects. Has been B6. It has come to my attention that a civilian redacted has been experimenting with new kinds of films and emulsions which he has been exposing through a telescope set up in his backyard here in Washington. During the course of his photographic experiments in the last 3 months he managed, it is reported to me, to photograph on a number of occasions geometrically shaped flying objects as they passed between his telescope and the moon. I have not seen these photographs and have had no business to look for same, but I have had them reported. Photographic to me is a result of our investigation of redacted photographic process which reportedly delivers a very high degree of resolution. These high resolution incidental to the examination of some of these high resolution photographs at his home, one of my men redacted did notice the objects reported and in questioning of the man found that he had photographed different groups at several different times during the past 3 months. B3 redacted. B3. However, I would not like to overlook some evidences of an often reported phenomena which might be of interest to redacted and the intelligence community generally. Reports to me that the photographs of these objects were remarkably clear and certainly indicated a phenomenon for which he had no ready explanation and for which in the past he found some considerably amounts of interest, particularly in redacted. I do not wish to involved with redacted if there is no interest in redacted and involved these reported materials. And I would therefore welcome your counsel and suggestion as to how we might get our hands on these materials to examine them firsthand and to make a more complete analysis of them. Redacted is exceedingly cagey in his handling of these materials and would not permit anyone to borrow any of these materials. He explained that he was currently out of work and that he had had a couple of recent contracts with the Air Technical Intelligence Center at Dayton. A contact with the Air Force reveals that he has no contracts which are BG 83,247 B. Approved for release. February 2010. T equals 22. C00015414. C. Continued in effect at the present time. Redacted appears to feel that he has some real evidence of the existence of unidentified flying objects in his photography, and I am sure he would consider delivering them to somebody only for a price yet unspecified. By copy of this memorandum to redacted, I would bring him up to date on this subject in case you would like to take it up unilaterally with him. For background information, it is also reported to you that our original contact with Redacted was set up through Redacted, and therefore there is some information on him already available in their files. You are also undoubtedly aware that the House Committee investigating outer space and space phenomena has recently been addressing itself to the problem of the unidentified flying objects and has been seeking to review the evidence for certain House representatives to determine what validity this concept might have. According to the best information I have at the present moment, after several hearings on this subject, this committee has suspended its investigation for several months, after which time it intends to reopen them. See